This is my third baby, and he was born 9.5 weeks early. At around 18 months, he could say a couple of words, but then he lost all the words. So at 2, he couldn't say any words at all. And I knew then something was wrong. So we went up to Birmingham, and then after about an hour and a half, they said that he was so severely delayed that he probably would not be mainstream. And it was just the most heartbreaking thing ever. It was devastating. You know, I decided, okay, now it's time to take action, and we were paired with Goodwill Easterseals. When Murphy started getting early intervention, I knew he was progressing. I could feel it right then. And so then he started occupational therapy and speech therapy, and the first day she came out, he learned a couple of words. So I just thought, okay, this is gonna be good. It helped him, you know, live in the typical world and progress more each time, more and be able to do things on his own. And I think in his little mind, he started realizing he could do things on his own. And he was able to do things on his own. So I think, you know, he got the confidence to try different things. Now he's fine, he's great. He's a 16-year-old boy doing everything a sophomore in high school does. You know, he hangs out with friends, he drives, he's on, you know, the physics team, the Model UN, just all the things that a typical 16-year-old would do. Every mother's proud of their children, but I'm especially proud of him. I just never in a million years thought that this child, they told us he'd never be able to go to a typical school, is getting a scholarship from his grade school to his high school. Next would be to go to college and, you know, to work. And those things I never, ever thought would be possible. Even though he was little, he knows it saved him. You know, we definitely are all an open book about that here, that we know what saved him. It was truly Goodwill Easterseals.
My job is pretty good, and some things is great. My passion.
You know, so often I've seen people with a child with special needs and they're just kind of pushed to one side. We had high expectations. He was treated like a normal child, and he is a normal child. His only difference is he has Down syndrome. When he was little, I used to watch him crawl around and thinking, how far can you go? Because I did not understand what his potential was. They offered him a job here. There were several benefits, but the training was wonderful because it let him interact with people. When he came to work here, when he was a greeter early on, that was as natural as breathing.
Customers very good to me. They smile, friendly, enjoy. Yeah, I smile them back.
He came in here and he was expected to do certain things, and he accomplished those one behind the other.
Paycheck is important, so I could pay my house bill, my phone bill, my cell phone bill. I like in here. I'll start a 12th year this summer.
We had no idea how far he could go. And the assistance here has just been beyond. Our fondest dreams. I couldn't be more proud of JJ than I am as far as what I've watched him. His tenacity is just beyond comprehension.
Thank you for my job.
Thank y'all for blessing him as well as us.
From the very beginning, he didn't cry much. He didn't really like to be picked up or held, so I was like, all right, I have it made. And there will be times where for hours he would just sit in his little rocker and just kind of watch the day go by, and it's like, what are people talking about? You can't get anything done with the baby. And then around 18 months, where he had kind of started making different little words and phrases, or what sound like words and phrases, it all just kind of went blank. And everything went silent. I consulted his pediatrician, and I'm thinking, okay, what is this? Like, what's happening? She suggested speech therapy. And I came across a blog from a mom whose child went through Goodwill Easterseals to get speech therapy. And I'm thinking, there's no way that is available in my area. That is some big city stuff. Sure enough, I visit the website and they have it. And so I make that call. Once he qualified for services, within 3 days, there was a speech therapist on my doorstep, an occupational therapist the next week on my doorstep. It was not just about working with him to get where he needed to go, but it was also about teaching me, so when they go home after that session, up until the next session, I can work with him and get things done. August of 2017, he started in school, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. He goes to school. When he started doing therapy, when he started going to school, he had about 6 consistent words. Now he has, I'm gonna say, almost 180 words. What a giant difference from coming in, he not knowing how to communicate with me not knowing how to communicate with him, and being afraid to communicate with him, to now both of us are just kind of working as a team, getting this life done. Had I not discovered this program, I don't know where my son would be right now. I don't know how functional either of us would be in each other's life right now. Thank you, Goodwill Easterseals, for your time and patience and people, because there are real angels in this entire program with serious patience to say, here's what we have and here's how you can use it to be of service for whatever it is that you are dealing with. I'm grateful. Absolutely grateful.